kasama natin si Student Lisa ng Student 7, Elena Aben ng Manila Bulletin, si Doris Bigornia ng Malaysia, ng ABS-CBN, Truly Asia, Nestor Corrales ng Inquirer.net, Alan Nawal ng PDI, Giovanni Nieles at si Eddie Degalado ng Philippine Star, Chona Yu ng Radyo Inquirer, Sweden Delado ng ano ba ito? Sabi ko parang bago na yung PN4 na, PTV4. And of course si Alvin Baltasar ng Radyo ng Bayan. The trip of the President will be an exciting one for us since Malaysia po ay very instrumental sa peace talks between the more Islamic Immigration Front and the government of the Philippines. Bukod po doon ay meron po tayong mga magandang at mga posibleng investments na mga kuha through the Department of Industry and the DUterte. Bago ko po ibigay sa inyo si Secretary Mon Lopez, I'd like to give the floor to Pastor Malaya for just a brief introduction of our interest here in Malaysia.
Thank you very much, Secretary Andanar. We here at the Philippine Embassy and the Filipino community are truly excited to have the President visit Malaysia. We know that he visited another place, so we feel special that he's come over here. To us, this is not just an opportunity to discuss political collaboration, address transnational crimes issues, but also to further enhance our economic engagement with Malaysia. As we had mentioned earlier to the Malaysian companies, they seem to be missing out the Philippines. And the fact of the matter is our country is growing at a faster clip than their own economy. We have a very big consumer market, 100 million compared to their only 30 million. So we told them that they should just be looking next door to the Philippines as their next preferred investment and trade destination. And we look also at this visit of the President as an excellent opportunity to raise our partnership with Malaysia to the next level. I think we are just doing it at the right time. Thank you, Secretary.
Thank you, Ambassador. I'll give the floor now to Secretary Mon Lopez. He will give a briefer also for us, the Philippine media, those who are watching Facebook Live and our government TV, PTV4, the other private network, and see Secretary Alonso. And then we'll open the floor for questions. Second one?
Yeah, thanks, Martin. Magandang araw po sa ating mga kababayan. We're pleased to report that this visit of President Duterte in Malaysia is again a manifestation that he really looks forward to strengthening ties in this part of the world. ASEAN countries like Malaysia, he considers us real, closer than brothers, as he always tells us. And it's because really we're from same historical roots, race, values, respect for those kinds of character that we have as ASEAN. And aside from the proximity, and therefore strengthening further the relationship we have on top of what we have in ASEAN. As you know, we are all part of ASEAN, and we have the ASEAN Economic Community already, but despite the bilateral cooperation, there are still a lot of room for improvement further. And we're talking really basically of ties in the areas of building further yung halal industry, strengthening yung PNP, similar to the ones we were doing with Brunei in our last visit to that country, as well as agribusiness joint undertakings, particularly in the areas of palm oil, natural rubber. There are initial discussions I had with the Minister of Trade of Malaysia earlier, prior to moving to the next meeting, which was our meeting with the Malaysia-Philippines Business Council, headed by their president, Dr. Asmil Tansri Asmil Khalid. And as you know, he is a president CEO of one of the largest infrastructure company doing, and they have existing projects already in our country. We were joined by other members of the NPBC, as well as other Malaysian companies, business leaders. We've had a roundtable discussion. Ang maganda dito, mga kababayan, nandun yung nakita natin yung the support, the commitment they have in doing more business with the Philippines. We cited a number earlier on the current investment, like IPA or Investment Promotion Agency approved investment, nasa mga $63 billion na. Oh, sorry, $63 million. And as you know, Malaysia has billions of investments outside to the world. So we're only getting a few of that. And with this strengthening of ties, we expect more investments, more joint venture undertakings to take place with our Malaysian partners. I mentioned earlier that there were actually indications from the private sector that they are also entering into some MOUs. This is basically a private-to-private enterprise agreement, and they're talking of an infrastructure project. Unfortunately, I am not at liberty yet to give the details, but I think you have your sources also. So we let them give you the details. But nevertheless, it shows that these companies are willing to put a stake in the current administration in terms of supporting development goals, infrastructure, agribusiness. In agribusiness, there's a potential palm oil project wherein the harvest the output will go back to Malaysia as exports and for further processing into palm oil. We're talking of plantation in the areas in Mindanao and Palawan. Initially, they're looking at 80,000, but 80,000 hectares, but they're looking at 200 to 300 hectares down the road. FYI, we've identified close to 1 million hectares plantation project for palm oil natural rubber in Mindanao and but the President has also mentioned that we shall be definitely promoting these agribusiness projects. We will just have to prioritize their harvest and of course more secure areas in this part of our country. So investment potentials are there, agribusiness, I mentioned infrastructure, and then there's energy, there is technology as well, card system, mga ganong potential projects. But this visit is really more for government-to-government discussions, and of course trade and economic cooperation will be part of that. And therefore, for now, we're not really witnessing MOU signing. The project we mentioned are more of private-to-private enterprise that they are signing on their own, not timing lang that we are here. But as soon as I am here now, I'm not witnessing also the signing here that day. So we just, I understand also that those are, I think, proposals, unsolicited proposals for now, and will be subjected to the usual processes in our infrastructure project. beyond that, there will be talks later on. We expect talks on economic cooperation, trade cooperation, HRT development. We'll talk of halal, PNP. Halal, just like Nina has mentioned, it's strong on Malaysia, and so best practices, also to maximize the halal industry, which is $2 trillion in the world. And areas for now that we are looking at, and there are non-economic discussions as well.
Thank you, Secretary Juan. Secretary Ulalonto. Sabi natin, sir.
Well, ito ginagawa natin yan, anticipate the influence of what must be done for in terms of the improvement program. We are working on the establishment of the railway system, the high-speed railway system for Mindanao. And we are also following up what we can the power system additional 2,000 megawatt power years of power capacity. And expanding the economic zones, which we term now as agro-industrial economic zones, and we are proceeding to the president and identifying the lands that people have been doing in the future. What we are taking here is all the farmers. So farmers being organized into a cooperative and managing the farm as it is being done by the implementation of the division that was with the nation farms. Some things that we are going to do also is an organized program to find out policy that we have to set and all of these are geared towards improving the land, quality of life for people. Because for the first time, it might be so naive for us. But our saying right now, so big enthusiasm of the people and the people with the areas. But now we have the Mindanao president who will be here and bringing it more to the other jurisdictions. In the Mindanao people faith, to ground support. But this is also in line with our support for the shifting to the adoption of the federal system of which we believe that will better report the final closure to the Mindanao war, that this war no longer option in our search for freedom and justice. And can do that. Peace with justice can be done under the circumstances. These are the things that we are doing now. And certain things that we try to develop. The PNP-CIDG is at the forefront of this with the support of the Department of Trade and the other departments that they have. Just like what you have seen now, the support extended by the Pascal Liar, the National Secretary of One. La manita extend my company, pero since good relationship, makita po natin kami, ito siya sa mga people that are very country to our people. We are welcome to this. These are things that we, from the people of Mindanao, are so proud of, that we are trying to rest in country. In embracing the homeless, the president para sa kanila as a ito po ang ginagawa ng PNP-CIDG, we are trying and in fact by November is not, on the 26th, the leadership of the PNP-CIDG will be turned over to the Philippines, the chairmanship of the PNP-CIDG. And this is a divine intervention, I will say, because early next year, the presidency of the ASEAN will be turned over to the Philippines, and it will be a good president. So with this PNP-CIDG also in the chairmanship of the Philippines, will be good support in all the programs in terms of president strengthening the relationship with the ASEAN and moving forward in making ASEAN not only as a dream but a reality, that eventually it will be an economic community with the PNP-CIDG as its four pillars.
So dagdag ko lang din as we met the business sector yung kanina. Isa to sa siguro the good thing that they heard according to them kanina, no? Yung isang kasama natin, the President of Malaysia, Philippines Business Council, that we relayed the assurance of our President to all investors, especially those yung current pati yung mga incoming investments, na the kind of assurance about the President is giving them in terms of protection, making sure that they encounter a very good, conducive, and business-friendly environment, assuring business and businessmen and investors that there will be no corruption, giving them assurance that no corruption, no extortion, and for the businessmen and investors to let him know if they are encountering difficulties. That kind of guarantee binibigyan ni President, and I related to the business sector. They felt so assured and more bullish. Sabi nga nila, yung iba kasi existing investors na, but hearing those commitment and further siguro yung assurance coming from the President, that increased their confidence really in enhancing their presence, making more expansion in the Philippines. They also realized that as they are growing in Malaysia, they want more growth. The Philippines is the next door neighbor, wherein they can realize more growth to capitalize on a very large consumer market that we have. And may business-friendly assurance in terms of environment, ang ating Pangulo na siya nag-assure na investments nila ay protected, contracts are honored, we have stable macroeconomic policy, and in fact strengthening them, further streamlining government procedures. We've heard very good testimonials from some investors earlier on how they like doing business in the Philippines, especially now yung commitment pa na to further improve on the kind of environment that we have. So, yun lang yung feedback from them.
Any questions?
If I may, I just would like to stress that the Philippines is very important to Malaysia now on the economic sphere. It may come as a surprise to our countrymen that the Philippines has invested more in Malaysia than the other way around. Sec Mon has mentioned the figure of Malaysian investments to the Philippines. Let me mention that in just one transaction alone, when Petron Corporation bought into the Malaysian oil industry, they invested $610 million US dollars. That's why they now have over 600 gasoline stations here and operate one oil refinery. So, in short, we are a bigger investor now in Malaysia than they in the Philippines. As Philippine ambassador, I'm so proud of that. It used to be the case that the investment flow was one way. Malaysian companies investing in the Philippines. That's why in the 1980s you had companies like Maybank, Shangri-La, Berjaya going in. But now, Philippine companies are now going to Malaysia. So, we're now seeing two-way flow of trade from what it was once a one-way flow. Secondly, the Philippine tourism market has become very, very important to Malaysia. The figures for last year of Filipino tourists coming to Malaysia was 550,000. Okay? And that has made the Philippines the 7th major source of tourists to Malaysia. More and more of our countrymen are now discovering
Kuala Lumpur, Kota Kinabalu. Previously, they were just going to Hong Kong and Bangkok. So the Malaysian Tourism Department has invested so much in promoting Malaysian destinations in the Philippines. At the same time, I'm also very happy to note that more and more Malaysians are discovering the Philippines. The figure last year was something like 150,000 Malaysians visiting the Philippines. And this is due to the fact that there is now increased air connectivity between our two countries. There's Cebu Pacific, of course, flying from Manila to Kuala Lumpur, Air Asia as well. But in addition, Air Asia now flies not only to Boracay, and that route has become so popular for the young kids here, as well as from KL to Cebu. And it has become very, very attractive. And also there's now flights operated both by Cebu Pacific and Air Asia, Manila, Kota Kinabalu. So in both fields, investments and tourism, the Philippines figures so well and so high for Malaysia. And I think that is something that we, as a country and people, should be proud of. Thank you.
Mr. Ambassador, you were talking earlier about increasing investment in Malaysia. The question is, you have here year-round activities, considerations to Sabah Market program. We know very well that cases of Filipinos being thrown into the sea very because we know it's also a very important aspect of our relations because we like to go out to then there is and we do not have a consular service there. So how do we deal with this and how are they now? And there are how many boat trips between Malaysia and Sabah and downtown and those things. This is also an economic activity, knowing these people will not earn that much. That's why they venture into Sabah. So how are they now? What's the update? How many Filipinos do we have in the region?
We have approximately 500,000.
So we have half a million.
Filipinos in the area.
Undocumented or what?
Documented and documented. Okay, because a lot of them have already become, long-time residents and become citizens, in fact, of Malaysia. And a priority of the embassy, of course, is taking care of them and looking after their consular and humanitarian requirements. That is why every month we deploy a consular mission composed of 7 people staying there 2 weeks at a time and going around Sabah. And we do jail visitations, we issue passports, we attend to those who are sick, those who are facing charges. So this is a very, very high priority for the Philippine Embassy, and we often would in fact send people just to, 1 or 2, just to take care of certain individuals. In addition to that, in recent years, we have implemented an alternative learning program for our Filipino children. Okay? And from very significant numbers which will be attended, we now have 6 alternative learning centers catering to about 2,500 children. Okay? And we started this when I got here about 4 years ago, we challenged our community members, maybe you should not be looking for others for solutions because the children are there in your communities. Do something among yourselves, and perhaps we can come in, outside people, including me, can come in and provide you guidance and support. And I'm very happy that through our own initiative in raising funds for this alternative learning centers, we here, the community, working with the embassy, has raised 3.6 million pesos. This is not much, but at least it has been able to allow them to operate. And next week, Tuesday, I'll be doing something which will be making me so happy in my entire 5 years here. I will be attending the first ever graduation of children having finished 4 years of alternative education at the Stairways to Hope Learning Center, which started only 4 years ago. So that is something, a poignant moment for me, and
Where is that?
in Kota Kinabalu.
So it's in Kota Kinabalu?
Yes.
The other question is, when you said 7-man team,
Mhm.
do they stay there or you just send them every 2 weeks?
They are a roving team.
So it's a roving 7-man team
Yes.
that takes care of the consular needs.
Staying there for 2 weeks at a time, every month.
Every month.
Every
so
month.
they go around even in Labuan.
Yes. Yes. It's a big challenge, but it's a job that needs to be done. Thank you.
We have room for 2 more questions.
Para malaman yung talaga.
Ano po, sir, why are you so proud representation na yung mga Filipino businessmen are investing in Malaysia, considering na hindi naman mapupunta sa Philippine government yung tax, tapos yung job creation, hindi naman yung Filipino ang unang makikinabang?
I'm saying this in my capacities as ambassador. Okay?